What is that?
It is brachial artery. Today you already know. And brachial divides into what?
Radial and other arteries.
Radial and ulnar arteries. Then it is deep artery of the arm, arteria profunda brachii, and arteria profunda brachii subdivides into
Collaterales,
radialis and collateralis media. It is collateralis ulnaris superior and collateralis ulnaris inferior. Now, it is from radial artery start arteria recurrens radialis, recurrens radialis. Arteria recurrens radialis make anastomosis with arteria collateralis radialis. Then from ulnar artery, arteria recurrens ulnaris, and it's divided into two: recurrens ulnaris anterior and recurrens ulnaris posterior, and they make anastomosis. Recurrens ulnaris anterior make anastomosis with collateralis ulnaris inferior, and recurrens ulnaris posterior with arteria collateralis ulnaris superior. And last, it is arteria interossa communis, and it divides into arteria interossa anterior and arteria interossa posterior. Posterior artery pass through opening in membrana interossa, go to posterior surface of the forearm, and from posterior artery start arteria interossa recurrens, which make anastomosis with arteria collateralis media. And we receive network in the region of elbow joint. Rete articularis cubici. Rete articularis cubici is formed with the help of collateral arteries and recurrence. Recurrence radialis with collateralis radialis, recurrence interossa with collateralis media, recurrence ulnaris anterior with collateralis ulnaris inferior, and recurrence ulnaris posterior with collateralis ulnaris superior. This diagram you should draw next time. All another arteries you will answer. And I make diagram on my hand.
On your hand?
No, on the gloves. Okay. It is not so good. Well, it is ulnar artery, arteria ulnaris, and this artery make superficial palmar arc, arcus palmaris superficialis, and the same from arteria ulnaris start branch ramus carpus palmaris and ramus carpus dorsalis, and it is ramus palmaris profundus. They are branches from ulnar artery. Now, radial artery, arteria radialis. Radial artery go to dorsal surface. Here it is, dorsal surface of the hand. That is radial artery, and it gives branch to palmar surface, ramus palmaris superficialis, and this branch make anastomosis with arteria ulnaris and participate in superficial palmar arc, arcus palmaris superficialis. The same from radial artery start ramus palmaris, ramus carpus palmaris, and this branch together with ramus carpus palmaris from ulnar artery make network. It is rete carpi palmare network. From this network, branches go to radiocarpal joint and mediocarpal joint. Next, radial artery. It is the same give branch to dorsal network, ramus carpus dorsalis, and this branch join together with ramus carpus dorsalis from ulnar artery and make network in dorsal surface rete carpi dorsale. In this network, the same finished both of these arteries, arteria interossa anterior and arteria interossa posterior, both of them finished in this network, rete carpi dorsale. Next, radial artery, arteria radialis, give branch arteria metacarpa dorsalis prima, arteria metacarpa dorsalis prima, first metacarpal artery, arteria metacarpa dorsalis prima. And this artery divides into 3 branches. 1, 2, 3. They are arteria digitalis dorsalis. Go to both surface of the thumb and radial surface of index. After that, radial artery pass in space between first and second metacarpal bones and go to palmar surface. Go here. And go to palmar surface, radial artery, and it's make deep arcus palmaris profundus together with ramus palmaris profundus from ulnar artery, and it is arcus palmaris profundus, and it is arcus palmaris superficialis. From superficial arc start arteria digitalis palmaris communis. Arteria digitalis palmaris communis. It may be 3, sometimes 4 arteries. And continuation of these arteries, arteria digitalis palmaris propria. Arteria digitalis palmaris propria. Now, what about thumb and radial surface of index? From radial artery, it is start arteria princeps pollicis. Arteria princeps pollicis, and this artery go to both sides of thumb and radial surface of index. And it is from deep arc, from arcus palmaris profundus, start arteria metacarpa palmaris, and they inflow into arteria digitalis palmaris communis. Arteria metacarpa palmaris. Arteria metacarpa palmaris. And here it is. Arteria metacarpa palmaris. They inflow into arteria digitalis palmaris communis, and after that, these common arteries divides into proper arteria digitalis palmaris propria. That is on palmar surface. Now, dorsal surface. We already have arteries on dorsal surface of the thumb and index, radial side of index. What about all another fingers? From this network, from rete carpi dorsale, start arteria metacarpa dorsalis. Arteria metacarpa dorsalis. It may be 3, sometimes 4. And this arteria metacarpa dorsalis divides into arteria digitalis dorsalis. Arteria digitalis dorsalis. If we have 3 metacarpal arteries, last divides into 3. 1, 2, and 1 artery go to lateral side of little finger. Or sometimes we have additional artery which go to little finger. One again, dorsal surface of the hand and dorsal surface of fingers. First finger receive blood from arteria metacarpa dorsalis prima. First primary artery, arteria metacarpa dorsalis prima, and it divides into two which go to thumb, and one artery go to index. They are arteria digitalis dorsalis. All another arteries, arteria metacarpia dorsalis, start from network rete carpi dorsale. And this network formed with the help of ramus carpus dorsalis from ulnar artery, ramus carpus dorsalis from radial artery, and both interossal arteries, arteria interossa anterior and arteria interossa posterior. And arteria metacarpia dorsalis divides into arteria digitalis dorsalis and go to each finger. And last moment, between dorsal arteries, arteria metacarpia dorsalis, we have and palmar arteries, this one, we have anastomosis. They are arteria perforantes. Here, 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 and here. Arteria perforantes. They join together arteria metacarpia dorsalis with arteria metacarpia palmaris. Sometimes these perforated arteries, arteria perforantes, start from arteria metacarpia dorsalis and go to deep arc, arcus palmaris profundus, or they go to arteria metacarpia palmaris. Something clear? A lot of branches here it is, and necessary to know them. Now what we can see on the that is brachial artery, arteria brachialis, and brachial artery divides into arteria ulnaris and arteria radialis. From radial artery start arteria recurrens radialis here, and from ulnar artery we can see arteria interossa communis here. What else? It is ulnar artery, arteria ulnaris, and that is all. That is all. It is small part of ulnar artery which is make arcus palmaris superficialis. Oh, it is nerves and broken arteries, arteria digitalis palmaris communis. It is arteria ulnaris here, ulnar artery, and continuation of it here, arcus, that is arcus palmaris superficialis, and you can see arteria digitalis palmaris communis. 1, 2, 3, 3 here it is, should be 4. And they go to fingers and divides it is into arteria digitalis palmaris proprium. That is all what we can see here.